I still haven't done the laugh yet. I'm still waiting for like the really appropriate moment.
Oh, it's coming. We're getting there.
It's coming. Okay, you let me know when it's the moment to do it.
All right. The Dreamcast era camera angle. Low, too
Zoom in.
low, super linear, no spline, just.
I don't know what those things mean. I just go zoom in. I mean, I know the word spline. I have heard of it.
Well, one thing I will say that is more understandable is this was the scene for me where I finally realized I loved Claire. Like, I had this weird, like, touch and go, like, I liked Claire, and then I didn't like Claire. I hated Claire for a while, because I had this weird, like, kind of disappointment period with Resident Evil 2 for about 6 months.
What?
Oh, yeah.
It's like I don't even know you.
Well, this
Run, man, run.
Vanessa, in my defense, this was before you knew me by about 3 months.
Rampage! Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad I missed that phase because I would have gone on a rampage.
But,
Or at least 6% of a rampage.
Because I am saving up my story about how I came to the Resident Evil series for an appropriate time, but it includes playing as Claire.
right. But I was going to say, though, is that I already started to get back into Claire with it, already just like as the build up to this game, I finally had really, I knew I liked her, but this was the scene, her comeback of like, must be a backwater base. If, must be a low level employee. If you're in charge of a backwater base like this one. And his
sarcasm.
That was like, I love you. You're great. You are the light of this franchise.
She gives 0 fucks.
She do. Or she don't.
She do give 0 fucks.
Yes. Okay, that's not that's not a double negative. Okay.
We worked it back around.
Yes.
Okay, she gives a fuck about Sherry. She don't give a fuck about anyone else.
She kind of
I
gives
think she gives at least half a fuck about Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like 2/3.
Okay, yeah. That's fine. 4 years have passed since I began serving Sir Alfred, and he doesn't trust anyone, even though I'm his attendant. I am still strictly prohibited from entering his private house. What's his problem anyway? What a jerk. They say he lives with his twin sister Alexia in his private house on the hill. La-di-da. Occasionally, I've seen someone standing by the window of the house. It might have been Alexia, or it could have been a mannequin, because an extremely beautiful mannequin whose beauty has been often talked about. I once asked Sir Alfred about this, but it only enraged him. He hates talking about the mannequin. Even though I am his attendant, he will not show me any lenience. If I ask about her again, I could put my life at risk, so I'm going to do it again. After all, it is a mystery why he so desperately tries to keep his private life with Alexia a secret. Robert Dorson, total knob.
In all fairness, his boss is in an incestuous relationship.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he's so protective about Alexia. It couldn't possibly be because incest, or there isn't actually an Alexia at this point. She's in a freezer.
Oh my.
He
Oh.
has an imaginary sister.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite retcon in this series is the rivalry between William Birkin and Alexia Ashford. That is just one way. It's just William being mad at a literal child.
It is the best.
Damn that smart child. Damn her.
But I mean, like, we spoke about this before. It's just the idea of William calls up Wesker to say, like, she's beating me again, Albert. He's just like, nah, William. Get revenge on her one day.
I have to be her. I'm the protege in this company. Me, not her. Well, she is several years younger than you, William. Shut up. Don't take her side.
I'm not taking her side. You want
You are.
some frosted cups? You mean snow cones?
Yes.
Damn it! I can't. I hate that I have to do this, but it's because I need the healing item.
Do it. Do it.
I gotta go back to the item box real fast.
Swirl it. Swirl it. Swirl it.
Okay, I'm swirling. I swirled. I swirled the character. I swirled the character around. Turn it around. Turn it upside down. Dozy do. Now promenade.
For anybody who doesn't get that, that is actually just a line from Bob's Burgers with the kids and the soft serve ice cream machine. And the kid keeps telling Bob to swirl the two flavors together. And for some reason, the way that the kid just does it cracks me up every time I see that episode.
Well, every time you do it, it cracks me up too. I mean, I do.
Like,
I've
swirl
done
it.
because I mean, I've done so many stream highlights where I like keep coming back, and it's like, oh my god, Vanessa uses that joke a lot, and now it just like makes me laugh every time. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's my.
yeah.
I can't help it. It just it becomes so useful.
But I do love the idea that two of the worst supervillains in the franchise are just like best
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, I actually do really love that Albert and William were like, we're best buddies.
Yep.
It's like the odd couple for years.
Oh my god, yeah. Now I'm surprised that no one's done like a fan animatic of the Odd Couple intro, but it's Wesker and Birkin.
I need to learn how to do that.
Yes, you do.
I have so many Resident Evil comics. And actually, the Resident Evil 3 remake it is great because it means that the comic ideas that I hadn't done yet are even more timely.
Oh my god, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I've been saving them. I gotta do them now.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. This is kind of a personal
Spin it.
note. I am gonna first of all, I'm gonna spin it, and this is the most elaborate childish elevator in history. This is the
Yes.
This is Paul. I believe you put it that this is fuck off money, if I recall. It was either you or I heard somebody put it that way.
It's definitely gotta be him.
Oh yeah.
But the other thing I was going to mention, speaking of art, is my mother now has a Cintiq. She got one of the
Yay!
she got one of the new ones. She
Cintiq is great.
yeah, she's actually been wanting to get in touch with you about like recommended like brushes or all the stuffs.
All depends on what program she's using.
So she's got a little bit of Photoshop. I think she might have finally gotten. She probably got Clip Studio. I think because it was a really good.
Okay, both are good.
Yeah, I think she got because I think there was a Black Friday deal. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Clip Studio usually, for you artists in the audience, Clip Studio usually does a deal around Black Friday, and it is an excellent deal. And that was how I actually got the program in the first place. And anytime that comes up, take advantage of it because it is a great program.
Yes. And okay, as a child, I mean, well, to this day, I still have this weird, like, not really aquaphobia, but I have a fear of sharks and therefore, or things in the water.
Yeah.
And so,
I do remember that. You've always been very, very apprehensive about the aqua ring, and
yes.
anytime it was,
Yeah.
anytime it involved underwater stuff.
Have I told you why? Have I told you the story of the why? I know
Is that something about you almost drowning?
No. Oh, that
Okay.
no.
Okay.
But
Then no.
yeah, I told Eleanor the story recently, and yeah, if I recall, when I finished explaining that, her eyes kind of go wide, and she goes, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." The point I was just going to make though is that when I saw the camera from inside the tank, around the submarine, looking through the glass, I got so freaked out at that part. Like, oh my god, something's gonna swim right by, and it's gonna it's gonna be right in my face. I was expected to be like the Hunter Thompson guy in Tales from the Borderlands, where he's, you go back and forth in the menagerie, and then it's like, bam, there he
Yeah,
is.
that guy. Oh my god, what is that guy's name?
I can't.
Shade.
Shade. Yeah. Yep.
Shade. I love that guy.
Yep.
He's so weird.
Is so very weird. He really
So weird.
I mean, he's Hunter Thompson for Borderlands. I mean, he really is.
Yeah, he is. He is. 100%. Oh, also, fuck this. Fuck this in particular.
It's
I
easy.
was like,
it is.
this is annoying.
It's easier in this than it is in the new version, though, because in the HD version, the shadow is accurate and not a nice discernible dot.
Oh my god, right. Yes, I think I got to this part in the HD release and I was like, I can't do this.
It was the first time I missed in all the years of playing this fucking game.
I can't do this. Fuck this. I hate this. Why? Why this?
Who am
Now-
I cursed to curse me like this?
This is why, well, one of the reasons why in particular, I really, really, really hope that they do a remake of Code Veronica.
Yeah.
I think I think out of all of them, I think it needed it more than 3.
Oh yeah, I agree. I think 3 is going to be really fun. I think it's the one that's going to, but that's a case of it'll be good, it'll be really enjoyable. But Code Veronica needs it, and I was thinking like that's actually something cool to kind of bring up and talk about a little bit. Is if they remake Code Veronica, what is like the number one, the biggest change you can think of that you would want to see them do for it?
Steve dialogue. We both said Steve in different ways, but sure. I actually think that there's a lot of room with the Ashfords. You can still make them weird. You don't have to.
It's just weird.
And the other stuff about Alfred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just not aged well at all.
No, it has not.
No, it has not. Yeah, we'll get that.
I mean, it's hard to kind of go around that as a plot point because.
Well, the thing is, it's just like Psycho. It's such a well-known plot point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's even the thing is that it's hard to do. I was just gonna say hard to do a Psycho plot anymore anyway, because you kind of, even when it's done well, it still is not okay, and it also yeah, but it's also it kind of leaves this sort of feeling like, oh, it's just Psycho, you know? It's kind of like in a lot of these thrillers where it's like, oh, well, the villain was really this person who had dissociative identity disorder. Like, oh, okay.
I mean, with Alfred, it makes sense why this happens to him, because he can't take not having Alexia around, but maybe just have like a really nice mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
But you're still kind of bringing up the idea that he's dissociating now, so he's just projecting Alexia on the mannequin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, what gets me is that he's also projecting an Alexia that never actually really existed.
Exactly, yeah, because
He's still projecting an idealized version of what he thought Alexia was to him.
Right.
Yeah, because, like, once you get to
I mean, yeah, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves in plot, but...
It's a 20-year-old game, people know.
Yeah.
Alexia's not nice, and she didn't really care that much about her brother, so, like, on a base level she does, but... Okay, I'm going to say that the Dark Side Chronicles, I know that there were a lot of people that were upset about how much she didn't really care about Alfred and just kind of straight up murdered him in that, so I'm going to say it's an in-between phase. It's in between this and Dark Side Chronicles. She won't actively murder him, but she also doesn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
But
he is a loyal soldier aunt to her.
Yeah, I mean, like, she gets revenge because of that, not because they killed her brother.
Right.
Yeah, it's not I have an emotional attachment to Alfred in particular. It's Alfred is my loyal soldier.
Yeah.
It's an extension of me.
I mean, like, this is still a woman who brutalized and mutilated her father into becoming a monster.
Mm-hmm.
I think that needs to remain in if you do a remake of Code Veronica, and amp that up even more because it's really fucking tragic.
Yeah. Yeah. Nosferatu is something that really deserves some good stuff. Oh. Okay.
I mean, think about how much guilt Alexander Ashford has.
Oh, man.
It's a metric ton.
Yep. And also, quick side note, one thing I would definitely want to see done differently in the remake is make this worm fucking useful. And not just be there to be annoying and have a music cue and push you on the ground like it just did there. And
and it froze my screen. I blame the worm.
Goddamn, what is with Resident Evil and dick worms?
Dick worms.
Kind of graboids.
Yeah, I will say, actually, okay, clarification, you are correct. I was going to bring that up, that's more of a graboid than a dick worm. The dick worm is definitely, because the Gravedigger in Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
That's
a dick worm.
Gravedigger.
Although I do find it funny that the two games that were being developed almost around the same time both managed to have giant worms.
Worms are just kind of a survival horror monster thing. I mean, I think they made more sense in the way it was used, like in Silent Hill 3. I think that's the one that's been so far the most logical. Like, I understand narratively why it's there.
Yeah, that one made sense.
But I mean,
also, my God, my thing broke. It just broke because of the worm.
Oh God.
I've got no visual. So, you know, just don't mind me. I'm gonna restart for a second.
Okay.
I'll be back.
We'll just talk gibberish here for a few minutes.
Well,
Just talk amongst yourselves.
I was just gonna comment on another word from our sponsors. Do you need cola that makes your tongue red? Well, get Valentino Rosso Cola. It'll turn your tongue red. We made sure to put the 15 different red dyes into the same cola and make sure that it has the same great taste as Profondo Rosso Cola. Rosso Cola.
And if your spleen doesn't bleed, we'll give you your money back.
And we're back.
Yay!
If I restart it, it fixes itself. Yay.
Okay, so that one's dead. Okay, good.
My promise to you is I will have a tech problem and I will have to restart and I will be back.
After commercial messages.
Yeah.
Oh God, auto aim.
But I will always come back to you.
Oh, well that's nice.
Also, are you gonna die?
I will be fine. I think I'm down to the red caution though.
Are people gonna die soon?
You're gonna die.
Can I have your stuff when you die?
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody remember salad fingers?
Oh God, yes. I love.
Yeah.
I have not shown that to my father yet. I keep mentioning it to him, and I know because my dad loved Eraserhead. He saw Eraserhead, and he said with glee, when he tells me about it, he says with glee, "Oh yeah, that's like all the fever dreams I had when I was a kid in the tropics."
My God.
The hell kind of dreams is your father having?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a terrible sauna.
So terrible sauna.
Sauna.
Aren't
Would you like to join me in the sauna?
I supposed to have the bow gun by now?
Aren't you?
Yeah. If I was gonna remake Code Veronica, I would actually get rid of the bowgun or make
Well-
it better.
Well, I mean, you're in luck because Remake 2 already got rid of the bow gun, so
Yay!
yeah.
Oh, right. The Bandersnatch. That's what I didn't do.
Because that guy sucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a scene, you know. I remember now there was a room. I was thinking, like, do I go in here first or do I go up the stairs first? And I forgot to go up the stairs first, so we're okay.
Controversial Resident Evil opinions. I'm not really that fond of the Bandersnatch.
Oh, dude, neither am I. I mean, it's one of those. I like the design, and I really do not like the execution of it.
Yeah.
Good concept, poor execution.
I'm so glad that our controversial Resident Evil opinions lined up in this case, and we can just all be like, together.
Well, I mean, it's not even a cat. Like, what the hell are they thinking?
There's never a cat.
There should always be a cat.
Cats
only
are
cat
extinct in the Resident Evil world.
The only cats we got were those zombie lions in Outbreak File 2.
That's
And
right.
they don't count.
Kinda. Maybe.
I mean,
not really.
they were kitties.
They were still
They're kinda
kitties.
kitties.
They were kind of kitties.
Kitty-
Oh God,
Kittyish.
I just had this thought of them playing with a severed person's head, like with a ball of yarn. The tap 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 tap.
And go get it, kitty.
Oh God.
Oh right, this thing.
Yep. This is where the bowgun's at.
Right.
There's a file.
Also, who wants to get this one?
The emergency door lock system in the biological... crap, I'll start again. The emergency door lock system in the biology experiment room can be released with a 4-digit pass number. I hope you haven't forgotten about that already.
I did.
Sorry.
Damn it, Vanessa.
Oh.
I have just received an order from the system administrator requesting us to change the password number periodically. What bothers me is that you often lose important memos, pass numbers, or even chemicals. You
Well-
loser.
Well,
What? You're losing chemicals in this place?
they lose past important memos, past numbers, or even chemicals. You know, it does explain to some of the placement of some of the chemicals elsewhere in this environment, though.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, in an attempt to solve that problem, I came up with an idea. You're fired, you stupid bastard.
And that's the idea.
You know the red human skeleton picture of that at the back of the biology experiment room?
Oh yes, my best friend, and I love it.
I've decided to use the pass number signed on the picture as the pass number. If you happen to lose the memo, you fucking moron, just look at the picture. Well, I don't think you would ever need to use the emergency pass number anyway, but just in case, now you know. Take it easy, Mr. Careless, you useless fucking prick.
And this guy never makes Employee of the Month at Umbrella.
I bet. So here's the question: is it Mr. Careless or the memo author that's in the room here?
Bob.
It's Dr. Careless.
No,
Dr. Careless.
we already established that Bob's dead, though.
Dr. Careless.
Bob too.
He was filled with Kool-Aid.
That's you.
Yep, sweet, delicious cherry Kool-Aid.
Mm. That painting alone makes this game worth it, and any Code Veronica remake has to have that painting. And I want
So you
a
don't
collector's
have it.
edition pre-order bonus that is that painting as a replica.
Get on it, Capcom. You get on that.
You get on that because I want that. I want to hang it up in my room.
I always love the camera angles in this little cutscene.
That's great.
Yep. Oh, look at
And
that.
I'm still thinking about that jaunty skeleton, Claire.
Da 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 da, jaunty, jaunty. I'm a jaunty skeleton. I'm gonna seven the Red Sea.
I'm doing a dance.
As Indiana Jones impressions go, I give it about a 2 out of 3.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
If it's good enough for Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Meatloaf the singer or Meatloaf the entree?
Both.
Mmm. Nice.